Hey guys, this is a long-waited podcast that I've been promising for the last 3 weeks, and here with me is Tom or BHS and
Hey guys.
Residence,
Hello.
and yeah, so we have quite is a lot of subjects to talk about, really. So who wants to pick the first subject?
I'll
The new
pick it
bosses, I guess.
first. Oh, fine then, you go first. New bosses.
New bosses. Okay, well. At Runefest, they kind of announced and leaked that, or not even leaked, they just straight up announced it that they were going to be releasing the Cowfight King and Queen Black Dragon. So what do you guys think about that?
Well, it'll be fun, I guess. Yeah, I'm into bossing, so Fight Queen's getting pretty old. No one really does that anymore. So to have the king there should be pretty cool. Same for the KBD, I guess. Who really does KBD anymore?
Yeah, true.
I just hope it's better drops.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully one of them will drop in the Dragon Kite Shield, which they said they're announcing as well.
which we'll be talking about a little bit later. My opinion on the whole deal is, I think Cowfight King is gonna be a pretty hard boss, and you're gonna have to do it in teams, and you probably won't be able to solo it. And that in itself is gonna be cool because it gives more camaraderie, and it gives the game more camaraderie. Like they have multiple bosses you have to team, but just adding more and more of them will be good.
Well, they'll probably be a bit more like the Dungeoneering bosses, where there's more running around and tactics to it rather than just straight up overloading turmoil and just going at it.
Yeah, true, true. Plus, hopefully this will make it to where there's not as many people at like Bandos and Armadale and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
people can actually get in there and do some actual bossing that's not that hard. People like me, that's newbie. And kind of at Runefest, they hinted towards the Queen Black Dragon being kind of like a hard, really hard boss. Like they were making it seem like it was gonna be the hardest boss. What do you guys think of that?
Well, it's never going to be harder than next, to be honest. I don't think because they're not really going to make any better items than the next drops. So if they make it harder than next, no one's going to bother killing it.
Well, I've never been in next, so I wouldn't be able to compare them together, but I'm pretty sure that it will be fairly hard, just not as hard.
Yeah, true. None of us has really been to Next, so we couldn't really compare. But I'm thinking it's gonna be more of a boss for people that can't kill Next, but can't kill, or that can kill like the harder bosses that are in the game. Well, not hard, but like more difficult. Like I don't know, Sarah, and that's probably like the hardest God Wars boss, really, isn't it? Like
I'd
Sarah
say,
and
yeah, Armadale's harder one,
Armadale.
quite hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
So that would be cool if you can.
I'm guessing it'll be somewhere between the Corporal Beast and Nex
Yeah,
Yeah, somewhere around
in
there.
difficulty. Yeah,
I'm hoping that I'm hoping that they add more detail into this boss because not a lot of the bosses are like that big since the old God Wars bosses that they released. So I'm hoping that this Queen Black Dragon is like huge and just takes up the entire room that you're in, and you have to like do all this kind of shit to keep it from killing you instead of having to just attack it straight up. Like just kind of like like you said, the dungeoneering bosses. The one like that that you have to light the four pillars around the room to keep
yeah.
its defense low. Kind of like that. I hope it's kind of like that. It'll make it harder for people to crash you too, if that's how it is.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing that that will be sort of more tactical, and I think maybe the Calphite King will have like 2 or 3 stages, like the Queen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
They talked more. I think I remember them talking about the form of the Calphite King being halfway between the form of the flying insect and the beetle insect. So maybe we'll see some kind of like deformed, ultimately powerful beast that you just really have to have more than like 5 people to be able to kill it, even if you're maxed or something. That would be
Yeah.
cool. That's what we need in the game to make it hard and make more clans actually do things together instead of slaving away in their citadels all day.
Who really uses the Citadels really?
I've heard a lot of people bitching about the citadels and their clans just going apeshit on the citadels, like uh just the whole like the clan leader just goes nuts over it and just I want max citadel. Everybody get freaking mining or I'm gonna kick you out of the clan. It's like what the hell?
Yeah,
I don't
that's kind
know.
of get annoying.
I just yeah, if I ever make a clan, there's not gonna be citadel. So yeah, so we're all kind of in agreement that we hope these bosses are gonna be hard compared to the
Yep.
God Wars bosses. Um,
And then there's the new Jad.
yeah, that I was about to say something.
Yeah.
Being
How
being the
many fire capes are you wanting to get before it comes out?
oh my god, I want 50, but I don't know if I'm gonna have that many. I want at least 10. That'll give me 10 tries at trying to get it, and hopefully by then I'll be a guide out, and hopefully by then I'll be fairly maxed, if not completely maxed, by
Are,
in a
are
year.
you gonna just straight up go for it as soon as it comes out? You're gonna wait for like a
I'm gonna straight up go
sort
for
of
it.
guide.
I don't even know what the reward's gonna be. I could get over and get like this like rainbow unicorn suit or something that like gives you like a -12 strength bonus.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the new thing, having negative.
yeah, everybody wants negative. I don't even know, but yeah, basically gonna be hopefully gonna be actually hard instead of just prey on it, and hopefully you can prey switch fast enough. I hope they actually is able to hit you and you have to actually use some kind of strategy to kill it. Kind of, I'm kind of hoping it's gonna be like Nomad or the newer what is it? What's his name? The guy from the Firewitch quest or whatever.
I've not done
Oh,
that, but
Vanstrom,
I
right?
forgot his name. Yeah, Vanstrom. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his
I'm
name.
hoping it's gonna be kind of like that, where it's you actually have to have some type of strategy in your killing,
How to
well,
turn
without
around.
and not just like pray and kill the healers.
yeah, well, with Nomad, I just went in swinging with the BGS. I didn't use any strategy,
Yeah,
so
but for
that's sort
people
of
that aren't
that,
maxed, like almost
yeah,
maxed,
yeah. So hopefully it will be so hard that you couldn't do it without a strategy being maxed.
Yeah,
you
that'd be
know,
true.
I've always been one to kill those quest bosses and like and hope and like without I went into Nomad without any strat. Like I didn't look up what his attacks were. I didn't look at in any of that shit. I just went in there and killed him because well I died the first 4 times, but after a while I learned his strategies. But going in like that, I just it seems like I get more of a thrill out of it. And if I just look up like all of his attacks and like everything I have to do step by step, it just seems like
Yeah,
I'm cheating the whole like spirit of the thing, you know. Like I remember
so it,
doing
it it goes from a very difficult boss to a very easy boss if you sort of look up the best strategy to do it.
yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
true.
I remember doing quests without the quest guides, and I did DT without the quest guide. It took me 6 hours because I didn't know I was supposed to be praying. That was a long time ago. I was like, wait, am I actually supposed to be using this prayer that I have? And then obviously I got past it eventually, but
That must have been fun.
it was pretty fun.
So what do you think the reward's going to be for killing the Jad? An upgraded fire cape?
I don't know. I don't know if they made it really seem like there's gonna be another cape or not. I hope personally that there's not another cape. I'm hoping for like an accessory, like a ring or a necklace or something. But if they release that, it's gonna crash the price of berserker rings and like furies, and those necklaces are just gonna drop. But that's just good
Well,
for me because I don't like furies.
over the past couple of months, all the rewards I've been looking at seem to be capes.
Yeah,
Max cape, completionist cape, the capes for like sets of 10 levels, and just everything's been a cape.
they did a
So
lot of shit with the capes lately. I
I don't
really
see how
Yeah.
I don't see how they can make something that's one better than a fire cape, but still not better than a completionist or max cape, because it's going to have to be not as good as those capes, but still better than the fire cape, which is difficult to find a balance.
Hopefully they make it even enough to where you can still do it on like a one defense or something. So, Not easy. I'm not saying like Jad easy. I'm talking about. And sorry for yeah, sorry. It's not easy, but and I want it to be like hard, but I want it to be able to people to be able to do it on like max 1 defense peers or something, with like summoning
Yeah.
and stuff. But I hope they are enabling summoning in there. I really do, because I want to have
Well,
96 by then.
Well, I'm wondering if there's gonna be like waves, just like the Jad was before, or just like you straight up just pay your fire cape and then just go in there and just start fighting.
I hope it's waves.
yeah, it's bound to
Yeah,
be waves.
go fight like 10 Chads at once or something.
Maybe they add Jad into the waves, and then you have to
Yeah, that
kill
might be
Jad
it.
like the 360s.
Oh yeah, that's
Instead of killing up to 360 and then you get to Jad when you have two 360s, you get a Jad and then the next wave start, and then you have to do it again,
yeah,
and
that's interesting.
and then you
Yeah,
have
that
to
is.
kill a Jad you have to kill like 76 Jads. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I don't think I would be able to. I would be like nerve wracked by the time I got to my third or fourth one, and I'd be like, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. Or maybe they give you a reward based on how many Jads you could kill. I don't know.
That could be it too.
That'd be cool. I would love to be able to kill like 10 Jads and get an upgraded fire cape for it. Yeah,
Wait,
but
does the original fire cape have attack bonuses?
uh, yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's
It's
that's
mainly
nice.
used
attack.
for its strength bonus, really. Though that's its main feature, really.
Well, it's the best melee cape other than completionist and max, really. But
Yeah,
well, I think max isn't even as good as fire cape, is it? I thought
Yeah,
that was.
it's just slightly better.
Is that? I thought that the completionist cape was the one that absorbed the effects of the fire cape and not the max cape.
Um,
I might actually have to look this up.
yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure the completionist cape is gonna be a little
well,
slightly better than the max, but
I think Fire Cape gives a bonus of 1 to every attack, a bonus of
oh,
11 to every defense,
Oh
and a
damn.
plus 4 to strength and a plus 2 to prayer.
A max cape has the same stats as a fire cape and a nomad cape. So
wow.
Max Cape's got better attack bonuses and a better prayer bonus than the Fire Cape.
yeah, it looks like it. Well, it doesn't have the exact same, but I kind of want this cape eventually. But yeah,
Eventually, I would want it too. So that'd be for a while.
What
yeah.
I'm gonna think is if they do bring out a Fire Cape, an improved version, it will be the same as the Max Cape, but you have a plus 10 in strength, not plus 10, like a plus 6 in strength instead of the plus 10 in prayer, and have a lowered prayer bonus.
I'm hoping that they do that because I hate having to switch out. Well, I don't have my Solar Cape yet on my new account, but when I was on my other account, I hated having to switch out my Solar Cape or my Fire Cape from my Solar Cape to get that prayer bonus. I really like the strength bonus from the Fire Cape compared,
Hmm.
because getting a Fire Cape actually makes it to where really you don't need bandos or anything, because there's a lot of people running around with bandos that don't have Fire Capes, and that's basically like a Fire Cape and Varric skirt is like bandos, cheap bandos.
What I don't get is when people have full bandos and a glory, because a Verax skirt and a Fury is better stats than a Tassets and a glory, and much cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. People just like having bandos, I guess. Um, yeah, kind of off subject there, but hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Um, so I really don't know what else we could talk about with the new Jad. But I'm gonna definitely be trying it, and hopefully you guys can get some fire
will
capes.
will it be
Uh,
primarily range kill though? Do you reckon?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good question. I don't see how you could complete the fight caves without range at lower levels, but I mean, I've seen people do the fight caves with full melee. I mean, I think it'll be a preference, to be honest.
yeah.
Hmm.
I'm probably gonna be doing it with the Storm of Armidale at that point, which
Well,
is gonna be the best bet in killing everything to get to Jad or the new
yeah,
Jad.
true.
Yeah.
It's the most damage per second, and it's got longer range than a crossbow, so
It's costly though.
it's very costly. But I mean, in a year, hopefully I can save enough money to get that many Armidale runes.
Or you can do the quest yourself and then get the shards, or what are
Kill
they
the
called?
Glacours, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Glaciors or Glacours, whatever the hell they're called. Yeah. Maybe I'll just spend a year killing Glaciors.
Isn't Jad like really resistant to magic though?
Jad is not resistant to magic.
Fair enough then.
He's he's not really got much defense, to be honest. As long as you have plus 80, like a range of 80 and Eagle Eye on, you'll hit him almost every time. It's pretty easy, to be honest. I don't know why people can't do it, like Rez. Just kidding.
He did
Panic on the
940
prayers.
on me.
Stop panicking on the prayers.
I know. I panic sometimes, but I don't know. Fire
I
cubes
was
are
brewed
fun.
above my health and he still one hits me.
So, I think that's about it for that, though. So let's see. There's so many things to
Any
talk
of the
about.
bosses?
What?
Were there any of the bosses that they were bringing in?
I don't think so, unless there's
Maybe on
what?
maybe on the new Dungeoneering floor they'll have a boss on that, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody in this Skype call had to worry about that, huh?
Yep, not for a while.
120 Dungeoneering, yeah, not a long time.
I haven't get my first chaotic yet.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Mr. 99 Dungeoneering in the Skype.
Why Dungeoneering's 120 max? Why did they pick that amount of XP
I don't know.
to be 120? Is there like a progressive amount of XP per?
I think
level?
it's time. Okay, at level 40, what do you how much EXP do you have at level 40?
Is it like a positive increase in correlation or
I
something?
think it's double every 10 levels. Like 60 is double of what 70, or yeah, 60 times 2 the XP you would have is 70, and then 70 times 2 the XP is 80, and then so on and so forth.
Alright, so that's just how it worked out.
I think
Yeah.
that's how it works. Maybe. I think yeah, that would actually work out pretty well. How much EXP do you need? Like 100 mil?
Yeah, just over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to do the math in my
I
head.
think it's like 104 mil.
Yeah, something
About
like
120.
that. I don't know.
Alright, so that just clears up for me.
Oh, the new armor updates, and also like we were talking about earlier, Dragon Kite Shield. Tom, you know more about the new armor things than we do, so.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have constitution bonuses like the next armor, but obviously a lot less good.
Yeah, sure.
I think it only applies to the Barrow's armor, but it could be for Bandos and just the regular armor as well, because they all are getting graphical updates, I'm pretty sure. But it would just give Barros good armor already, and it does need a little bit of something added to it, so the constitution bonus would be really good, which is probably going to make the Barros armor skyrocket in price.
I hope it does. I love doing barrows. But how much HP do you think it'll give, like per piece?
Well, I don't know how much Nex is, but I'm going to say about a quarter of the amount that Nex armor gives.
So it would put you pretty close to what? Well, not pretty close, but it would put you over max, like definitely over your max by a lot.
Yeah, well, 1 minute, I'll just look up how much Tava gives you. Yeah, well, Tava gives you an extra 400 life points for the whole set, so maybe you could have like a 1k life points.
Yeah.
Not 1k, 1.1k life points, something like that.
That would be pretty awesome when you're max, at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Even at low levels, it wouldn't give you the same. So, extra 100 life points. I mean, that's pretty good. Not a lot of people wear all the barrow sets though when they're fighting though. There's only 4 pieces per set, so it would give 25 hit points or 250. No, it would give 25 life points per piece.
Yeah. Well, like the next armors all have constitution requirements to wield them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only thing that does apart from the constitution cape. Maybe they'll have to incorporate that sort of you need 70 Constitution to wear the Barrows armor.
That would piss off a lot of 1D or the lot of 10 HP pures with like 99 defense.
Mm.
That's kind of a useless account anyway. So
Yeah, I don't think they wear Barrows anyway. Would they? They'd be wearing like, I don't know, something that looks better, like Gilded
Bandos.
Dragon or something, or Bandos. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. As long as they like spend some time on these models that they're doing for the new armor, like the new armor look, I really don't care what it looks like as long as it looks okay.
I think they can't make them look any worse than they already do.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
They don't look great.
I guess it's like for the rune plate body, it's like a circle with some like
Yeah.
non-textured arm pieces coming down, non-textured chest plate part. Yeah, they could definitely do better on that. And it's been
All
the
they've
same
done,
since the beginning. So
all they've done
Yeah.
is just change the color for each piece up to dragon, but then once you do each dragon, they're like, actually, let's make them look a little bit different.
yeah, but the dragon still looks like shit.
It's a bit.
I don't know. Well, you know, I want to. If bronze looks badass, I'm gonna be rocking some bronze armor on the GE Alkin. So what do you guys? What? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I wonder what it's gonna do to the prices.
Of all armors?
Yeah, because they're all gonna have to fluctuate a little bit, aren't they?
Well,
Or because they're all getting an update, would they all stay the same?
the only item I see not fluctuating in price out of all the other armor pieces is an Addy plate body and Mithril plate body.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, because that's just smith so much. Yeah,
People
and
make those.
all the
90.
bosses drop them as well.
Yeah,
It's a common drop.
we got like 10 of them at Zammy. Every other drop is a freaking Addy plate body. Oh my god, I hate that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think these armor updates is what I'm looking forward to the most out of all the updates that are coming out.
Yeah, well, there's some other shit coming out though that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the dragon kite? They
It's going to
announced
be
that.
way overpriced.
Yeah,
That's
dragon.
true.
It's gonna be as rare as a dragon full helm, and like the dragon full helm's not even that great.
The Dragon Full Helm's got to be the rarest item you can get. That's a drop. It's got to
Yeah.
be.
I was wondering if it was gonna actually like protect from like dragon breath or whatnot. So like it'd be making DFS go lower or higher. I don't know, whatever which one it is, but hopefully, well, not really hopefully, but what I'm hoping that it does give that fire resistance.
I can't imagine it doing that, to be honest.
Well, it is a dragon a kite, or I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but I have a feeling that it might have that function.
I don't know how they're gonna make it any. I don't know how they're gonna put a worth on it because all other dragon armor doesn't have a strength bonus. No, all other dragon armor has really, really bad negative magic bonuses, negative range bonuses. Every piece has a crappy, like, defense bonuses too. Honestly, the only piece of dragon armor I ever use is the boots and the legs.
Yeah, definitely.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
if they release this kite shield and it has none of those bonuses and it has the same, like, just a little bit better than a D square and bonuses, I don't see how it's gonna really be much better.
It's just gonna be an aesthetic item that people want for the looks.
Yeah,
That's all it can be, really.
I don't see. I really don't know how they're gonna add it in the game though. They're gonna have to put it in with the Calphite King or the Queen Black Dragon.
What I'd like to see is have it in two halves, like the D square,
Yeah,
and have half dropped by the
Yeah.
Queen and half dropped by the King.
that would be
of
pretty
the-
epic though.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
And then make them like almost equally as strong.
Hmm.
That would be pretty badass. I really wish they would have come out with a dragon crossbow.
That's
Yeah.
another thing that they can't really do because it's gonna have to be worse than the chaotic crossbow, but better than the rune crossbow. And there's not much difference between them already.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna need like a special or something, but
they could still do it though. Cause I don't think the Addy crossbow is much worse than the rune, is it?
not really. I don't think. Never used one, to be honest. I was already like 70 range before they brought out crossbows.
Wow. What were you gonna say, Rez?
I don't remember.
Well, like they've got the claws, the only claws that've got the spec are the dragon ones. So I'm guessing it's going to be slightly better than the rune crossbow, slightly worse than the chaotic crossbow, but you've got some sort of spec that you can use.
Yeah, not many crossbows actually have a spec. There's only like
Just
one.
the Xanic crossbow, whatever it is.
There's two crossbows in the game that have it. There's the regular bone crossbow, and then there's the Xanax, which is not that bad actually, the spec for that, but no one uses it because it's too slow, and yeah, that's about it. I don't know, I've never really used that. I've never
It's not
known
great.
much.
It's a bit boring to get.
Yeah, well, hopefully this spec will be like badass, like Dragonfire spec or something off the bolts or something.
I would like it to be like a dark bow sort of spec where you fire 2 bolts at once. But that'd just be way too overpowered.
Oh yeah, you just
Easily
walk into the
one-hit
wild.
that.
Freaking Dragonfire bolts, double spec, both hit max, hit double 500, drop some guy in Torva. Oh, there we go. That
Well,
would
they
be.
could have it. They could have like that if the specs aren't active when you do it.
Well, yeah, but you can still hit up to a 500 with just regular
Yeah.
dragon bolts. I don't know. That's something that we're gonna have to look for in the really distant future though, because they didn't even announce it at Runefest, so that's definitely not coming out next year. Unless they just sneak it in there somewhere.
Well, they've been doing that lately. They just sneak stuff around. Like they haven't been making big announcements of different stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
That is pretty true. I don't
Like last week they said there's no updates this week, and then there was like a assortment of different updates.
Actually, speaking of the last week updates, I think it was last week. We had that voice acted quest. Did anybody in here do it?
Nope.
I'm not really into quests, but I do really want to do it because the rewards are really good for it.
Yeah, true.
You get
I heard it's
the
really short.
yeah. I think you can get like 50k prayer XP from it as well if you do something after the quest. But it updates the God books, which really needed a good update.
Yeah, I think the only thing it does though is give it a prayer bonus, but that'll help. Like I was talking about earlier with Tom, I was like, it'll make it to where I can last longer or use less pots at Jad, and I mean obviously +8. I think what is it? +8? Did it say or +10? I forget.
I think it's +8.
It's still the best prayer bonus in the game as of yet. So definitely soon we're gonna be doing that quest. I'll probably do one of these people's, unless they don't want to.
Well, I'll do it if it only takes like 10-15 minutes of at max.
Yeah. Well, that's still annoying. I don't like quests either. Well,
Yeah.
apparently the entire quest is fully voice acted, and they had like a choir singing in the quest the entire time you're doing it. So I actually want to experience that, so I'll probably play with audio on while I do it, because they made it seem like it was going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
They're updating all the audio for like the NPCs, but I'd much rather them incorporate Skype into RS somehow.
Yeah, Skype or
Like-
some kind
like-
of...
TeamSpeak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that-
don't they have that in WoW?
I don't know, but that they would improve the gameplay so much.
I'm pretty sure people on WoW just use Vent. That's all I've heard, at least.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I never really played WoW, but when I did play it a little bit, I was on a TeamSpeak server. So, definitely, I don't know. I think they have a voice system incorporated. I know in Dungeons and Dragons Online they have one. It's like their own little voice system built into the game. That's a lot harder to incorporate into a Java-based game, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder. So, yeah. So, voice-acted quests. That's fun.
Yep.
Does anyone actually play with the sounds on normally?
No.
Nope.
I do occasionally if I'm sort of AFK fishing or woodcutting and I want to hear when it stopped.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I did it with woodcutting back in the day. Back when the sound was not annoying and they didn't have all those weird sounds. Sorry, Rez.
I've never. I mean, I've had it on before, just for like Jad and whatnot, but
Yeah.
I've never really had it for any other skills or anything really.
I'll probably do it when I'm cutting ivy when I get to that point.
Yeah, that's what I use it for.
And hopefully after they update the sounds, it won't sound as weird and bad
Like,
Not
quality.
fluid.
do you remember
It's
they
not
updated
fluid.
the death sounds?
When
What were
you
they
hear that
thinking?
on Jad, you're like, fuck!
Yeah.
Ugh. I miss the old Jad. I think the Jad death sound changed too, because when I killed him, he made a different sound. It used to be like, whoa! And then he'd die, or now it's like really quiet and you can't barely hear it. Plus his mage attack sounds a lot different too.
I can't even tell anymore.
You
Yeah,
can't
they
really.
sound the same to me.
Well, he never heard it, he just died.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Riz. I'm so sorry.
No, no, that was my first time. I got to it the first time, but then the recent one I came to, I was fighting him fairly decently. Healer came out and he just one hit me with his mage attack.
Oh my god. I can't imagine. I've never been one-hitted by Jad.
I know. It was saddening. That's why you never double click your prayers.
Yeah, I've been playing full screen recently, and if you double click a icon, it opens and closes it,
Oh,
which has nearly got
jeez.
me killed at bosses a few times.
I can't play fixed. Or not fixed. I can't play the resizable. I can't do it.
I mean, I can. I just never really have.
I've always played in fixed. It's just like how the game started for me, and that's
Yeah,
just how
same
I'll
thing.
play it until they make it to where I can't play it like that, and then I'll get pissed off for about a month, and then I'll get used to it.
I've
That's
always
how it
played
is.
in. Sorry, go on.
Oh, that's always how it used to be. So, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'd always played in a fixed screen until I took a break a couple of weeks ago. Then when I came back, I reinstalled SwiftKit, and it was automatically full screen. And I just sort of started playing like that and got used to it.
I've never used SwiftKit.
It's quite useful.
Is it? I'll
I just use
probably
it for the screenshotting, mainly, but
I'll probably try it at some
I
point.
mean, the interface could be, yeah, it's changed differently because the interface looks kind of weird to me on SwiftKit.
Mm.
yeah,
It's kind of old.
yeah, definitely. Well, what about the interface on actual RuneScape? Let's get
Oh
an update.
yeah, yeah. They're updating the user interface. I don't know how big of a change it's gonna be, but hopefully it's more user friendly than the one we have now.
I heard
That's
that
true.
it's mainly going to be when you're like hovering over an object in the game, and currently it just says like what the left click option is in the top left hand corner of the screen. But I think it's going to be a bit more detailed. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to do, but
I want more hotkeys. I want to be able to put my monkfish from my inventory into a hotbar and be able to push a key on my keyboard to eat it. Just like other games like that I'm not gonna talk about, like games like that. Just have hotkeys for everything. It just makes everything so much easier.
Like you can add
I
stuff.
wouldn't say that, but I'd say I want to be able to bind my own hotkeys.
Yeah,
I don't
like
want to be limited to what they have already set.
well, there's a way to do that, but I'm sure it's a client edit and it's probably not like accepted by Jagex. Probably not gonna be too happy when you switch your inventory in weapon bar to like Z and X, so you can like switch it back and forth real quick. Yeah, spec dead. Haha, I hacked you. I don't know. I don't know anything about this new interface thing though. They
Well,
didn't really tell us much about it.
for the left click option though, I feel like it's gonna be kind of weird on the fixed screen because it's gonna like take up a lot of the space. Like if you have to actually go on top of it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, 'cause the screen's small already.
Well, they did an update a few, I think it was a month or two ago. It was like a little hidden update. It's like the little, it used to be when you left click, you got like everything that you left clicked, and now sometimes when you left click, you get like a little box and then an arrow that goes and
Oh,
takes you
I hate
to.
that.
It really was like a little subtle update that kind of pissed me off a lot because it's like that doesn't change anything. It just made it worse.
And
I really don't like it.
yeah, that's like the worst update of the last year for me.
Yeah, it was like they didn't even say anything about it. It just happened, and I was like, come on, guys. If you're gonna put an update out, put something that's gonna be useful to me out. I don't even know.
That's when they had the problem with the items not showing up on the grave properly. They were like the most valuable item was at the bottom,
I
so you
don't even
couldn't single click it.
I don't even remember that. All I know is there's a whole bunch of looters that drop shit on your
Yeah, yeah,
loot.
that was it. The vile glitch, whatever it was.
That's annoying. I would get really pissed off. I would bring nature runes with me every time I went PKing. Just sit there alching vials. They'd be like, "Oh my god, he's got nature runes. Drop more vials." Telegrab them. I don't even know. Have like a team of people just run around telegrabbing all the vials that people drop under your loot. Pay them a mill each. I don't know. That'd be pretty epic. I don't know. Well, I don't really know anything else about the UI. Does anybody else know anything about the new 8 UI thing?
Not really, but I would like to see a change to the icons and how they work. Like currently, I don't know if it's still there for people, but some people, if you click on the the quest icon, it takes like a couple of seconds to load.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's happened to me lately. It's like seems like everything in the game's lagging lately. Like every little bit of you get all these lag lines, you get all these mini map issues. Like the mini
Yeah, it
map
was
at
black
Barrows
like
is
every
all
day.
it's like fucked up at Barrows. I don't know what the hell the problem was. I was at God Wars, it did it too. I got scared. I thought it was
Well,
dying.
it's the same thing as Dungeoneering because every time you open a door, it starts like the minimap's all black.
That is kind of annoying because in Dungeoneering you
Yeah,
kind of need your mini map.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I hope they just fix. It seems like they've made a good effort to try to fix these issues because they've been updating almost bi-weekly, just these updates that are kind of like just fixes, patches. So hopefully they're
Well,
working on
they
it.
announced the like lag line issue and all the other stuff, but then they haven't really done anything about it yet. So I'm not sure exactly how hard it is to actually fix this kind of thing.
Well, they are working on getting rid of the rest of the bots in the game. You know
Yeah,
the rapid clickers and auto
Yeah, like
clickers and
the
stuff.
really basic bots.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of
yeah.
every little script that can be used into the game and just ban people instantly. It seems like that's taking their priorities right now, though. So
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they've done a pretty good job of it so far. So
yeah, the
gotta
bots
give
are
them that.
just gone. I haven't seen any bots since they updated.
I don't either.
I've seen people that have bot names trying to play on their accounts, but that's about it. I saw
Yeah,
this
same
like
thing.
I saw this like level 136 with like FJVGVFGVT, and it's like, okay, uh, yeah, you obviously botted. Report.
Yeah, I've seen people with like DMEDs and granite plates and like D legs and whatnot. But I mean,
They're trolling
they
you.
yeah, it seemed like trolls, but I don't know.
On the day of the bot nuke, I was slaying, and a level 138 came over with granite plate, D skirt, D med, and we're just slaying in that.
Man, the D-Med used to be boss. Now it's like the sign of a noob. You see a D-Med and
Yeah,
you're like noob all of a sudden. Automatically. You could be wearing full Torva the rest of it and you'd still be like, oh my god, noob.
yeah. So stereotypical.
You got like Divine, Torva, Completionist Cape, freaking Steadfast Boots, Berserkering Eye, Fury, Ornamental, and then you see the freaking D-Med and you're just like, oh.
And dragon gauntlets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragon Gauntlets, yeah, that's a good one actually. Cause, well, I guess if you're questing to get Divine, you're gonna easily be able to do other quests to be able to get better gloves. Aren't?
With the dragon
Yeah.
gauntlets, they came out and the Barrows gloves were already better, and everyone had them. So I don't know why anyone would get them.
Well, that's like one of the things. The first things I did on my account was I got like Barrow's gloves right off the bat because I know
I
that they're
remember
the
that.
best. They're the best gloves in the game. Like they're seriously. And
Apart from
now
those,
they have the new ones, but they're degradable.
yeah, they look really fun to get, but or to use, but they're just too hard to get. It's like 5,000 Dominion Tower things or something, isn't it?
I don't
It's
even
like a
know.
ridiculous amount of Dominion Tower.
I
I don't even
haven't
know
been.
exactly how it works, like the Dominion Tower. Like I've been there, I've killed some bosses and whatnot, but I'm not sure exactly. Like you have to get like 500 boss kills to get a item or something, or is it like you get a rack, like get an amount of like tokens or whatever it's called, points
I heard that
to actually unlock something.
I heard that the endurance is actually the best way to get the tokens. I don't know if that's true, but I know that I watched Wooks's video when he did his little. He went all the way up to 255 with just cabbages, and he got so much Dominion factor from it, and he got all the different
Yeah,
like Dominion weapons. And so you know, I think that that might be the best way to do it, and if that's the way you do it, then I don't think it'll be that hard to get them. But they are still degradable, and I don't like degradable things, unless,
yeah, I don't either.
especially when they disappear.
That's where
Yeah,
everything's going. Like all the new items they're bringing out have got to be degradable.
I hope
It's,
they don't. What? Sorry.
just they can't really make anything better than the current items without making them way too overpowered if they're not degradable.
that's true.
Imagine if they made something better than a rapier that wasn't degradable. They'd have to the requirements would have to be insane.
Like 99 everything.
Yeah,
You have to have completionist cape before you can get this weapon, and when you wield it, everybody around you instantly dies. And it has a spec of the Karasi sword, the D Holly, and Dragon Claws all in one, and you can do anything you want, and I don't even know.
it teleports you everywhere.
Yeah, it teleports you to you type in the coordinates that you want to teleport to, and it'll teleport you there.
With no limits.
With no limit. It's like a glitch item or something. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Super Rapier, that's what it would be called too. I don't know. It's true though with with Torva and Barrow's gloves and all that shit. I really don't think they can go any better with it. The only items I see you can even improve very much is rings and boots. Honestly, those are the only things that I think that can be improved a lot more out of
Amulets as
everything
well.
else. Well,
The
not.
Fury's been pretty much the best thing you could have for years and years now.
yeah, that's true.
I think they want to keep it like that though. Um, because there's other things that can outmatch the Fury in different stages. Like ranging amulet's better than a Fury in ranging, and a third age amulet's better than a Fury in maging. You know, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And strength amulet has the best strength bonus, but you know, with boots really don't give that much. The only boots that I really see that are overpowered is the new Ranger boots. Those are really the only boots that have a decent bonus. Like the major boots are like 6 or something. It's like, what? Really? 6? And it doesn't even really help that much.
Yeah.
And the steadfast boots are just like, it's not worth it buying them for like some attack bonuses.
Well, it's gotten to a point now where if they have to upgrade the items anymore, they're gonna have to give everyone more constitution
Yeah,
because
120
they're just gonna get
constitution.
they're just gonna get destroyed by the new items.
I think Jagex fucked up in saying that they're never gonna release any other 120 skills that are currently out. I really think they
That,
fucked up.
is that what they said? I thought they said there's not gonna be one this year.
No, they when they released Dungeoneering and they said, oh, this skill goes up to level 120. JMod said that they'll never be updating other skills to 120. Any of the current ones, at least. So I don't see how we can have really any expandability in the game once you level to 99 and there's nothing else you can do unless you start adding more and more content for level 99.
Well, that's
Uh,
what they said they were gonna do. Start doing that, didn't they?
hopefully. You never know with Jagex though.
That's true.
Wow. It's already been like 45 minutes.
Um,
Um,
do you want to
alright.
just go for the last couple of major ones quickly?
Yeah, we should probably get going on them. What would you think would be the major ones?
The combat triangle, I think, and the Slay Dungeon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, we touched on the bots already, so really,
Yeah.
really, the whole thing with bots is they're gone. Hopefully they never come back, and if they do, I'm quitting. That's bots.
No, I think if they do, that Jagex will just find a new patch for it and just do it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
There's no way after coming this far they're gonna go, oh, just forget it.
Well, let's move on then. What do you guys want to talk about the combat triangle? Because I really don't know what the whole thing about that is.
Well,
Are they trying to even it out, or
yeah, well, if you think about it in comparison, magic is a lot worse than range and melee. You can have like a range pure, you can have a melee pure, but you don't get a magic pure because
yeah,
there's not enough there.
there's really no there's you can have powerful magic, but the powerful magic requires too many quests. Like you have to
Yeah,
do
like the Storm
so
of
many
Armadale.
quests.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that might even it out a little bit for like high levels. But if you like you said, if you want to do a mage pure, the best spell you get is Ice Barrage, unless you do tons of quests, and you don't really want to do that many quests. Well, you get the miasmic barrage though, don't you? That's
I
really not
think
that great either.
one of the main problems is that you can wear ranging armor and still melee. Um,
Yeah,
so you can get hit by magic and still um, just melee them, and the magic armor has got no melee defense bonus at all.
and then
Even Arims can you just get clawed out.
and if you want to do anything in magic gear and melee or tank out anything, really, if you wear armor while you're maging, you won't hit anything for one, and like there's really no good defense mage armor, like you said. Like the best defense mage armor is like, is it Virtus or is it? I don't.
Whichever next armor is the one that
It's
is for maging.
I think it's Virtus is the
Yeah,
best
Vertus
mage
the
armor.
Mage.
And really, a lot of people don't even see that as mage armor. A lot of people wear that to go fight Corp.
Yeah.
Because it's not that great for maging. It's like people just use it with their rapier or their jammy spear, and just there you go.
So I think what they're going to do to even out more is bring in mage armor with good melee defense.
Well, they released that accuracy, but it doesn't have a good
That
magic
was
bonus.
rubbish. That was a prayer armor, wasn't it? Really?
It's a prayer
Yeah.
armor with the same bonuses as like, I don't know if it has the same bonuses as like melee barrels, but I'm pretty sure it's got close to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's that great. I watched RuneShark's review on it, and that didn't really seem like it was very good. I don't know.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think that they should definitely release some either a mage armor that gives a lot of defense, or a mage staff that ignores the mage attack bonus that you need to be able to cast a spell successfully, so you can wear like
Mm-hmm.
anything you want while you're
Well,
while you're maging.
they've got sort of the Slayer Dart spell. I tried PKing with that the other day in Rune, and it just didn't work. But
I don't think you can PK with Slayer Dart. You hit like a max of 20.
it was pretty consistently hitting, but it wasn't great. They've tried to do things to update in the past, like obviously the Soul has its special effect is nullifies melee attacks,
hmm
but they've not quite got it yet, and hopefully they'll have sorted it out by next year.
Hopefully. And the staff on the or the spec on the staff light is really not even that great. Like the only reason I used it was when I was at Barrows and I ran out of prayer and I didn't want to pray on Torag. I just there's a spec. Torag can't hit me anymore. Kill him. There you go. But definitely maybe some damage reduction armor that goes along
Yeah.
with magic. That would be cool. People would also use that for like mailing and stuff though.
Wait, is there a mage attack, like a mage spell that actually boosts like your defense or attack or whatever it is?
Really,
Like
no.
a sort of like a prayer.
Well, it'd be like a magic like spell if they did have one.
Yeah, like I know what you're talking about. That's actually a good idea. Like in
Yeah.
Skyrim, you have the spells that buff you,
Yeah, the buffing spells.
and in our game we really don't have that. and you can even add like little icons at the top right hand corner of the screen or something, where it tells you which bonuses you have active at what time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they could do that with, they could do a giant magic update and not even have to put any new armors out. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
But you could also, and you'd have to make it to where you'd have to be wielding a staff to cast a spell though, because people would
Yeah.
abuse the hell out of that with melee combat and range combat. So you have to be wielding a certain type of staff to be able to cast the the defensive spells or whatever.
That'd be an
Well,
interesting update.
yeah, it would cost like tons of runes to do it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember when the charge spell came out? You could just continuously do it over and over again. People would get
Yeah.
like
It's
millions of
stacked.
magic XP over and over and over again. Hopefully they don't mess up and do something like that. Cause
Yeah, sure.
There's like no delay between when you could do it, was there?
no, it was just like click, 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 and then yeah, magic XP up the ass. Cause you get more than you get from alking, I think, just from casting that one spell. It's like 150, and it's instant, so it's like 150, 150, 150 over and over and over again. And it didn't even cost that much, to be honest. Oh, well, we have like one more thing to talk about, and it's this new mage, pure like mage dungeon thingy for like just majors or whatever that you
Oh,
can
the
only use magic
Slayer
in.
dungeon.
Yeah, apparently it requires 95 Slayer. I don't know if
Well,
that's to kill
Yeah, yeah.
I
monsters
Well,
I
or.
think it's just a monster that you can slay in there. But I'm pretty sure the dungeon is gonna be open to like a wide amount of like Slayer. Like there's gonna be like Slayer monsters in there, but I don't think the highest Slayer monster will be 95 Slayer.
what I heard was there's multiple different monsters in there, like 3 or 4, and the highest requirement for any of the monsters in there is 85. Oh, sorry, 95.
Kind of like the Jadinko layer then.
Yeah.
So
And that they're all weak to magic and strong against range and melee.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen any, and maybe that'll help with the combat triangle. Maybe they'll release some new
Yeah.
shit with that dungeon.
Yeah, well, maybe they're the monsters that'll drop the armor
Yeah.
if they are bringing in new armor.
Well, they already didn't they say they were gonna drop something like that?
I think they were. I
I've
think
not
they
had a
did.
look at that. Probably. I wouldn't be.
I remember them saying something about like them dropping some type of either armor or clothing or something. I don't
All right.
know. Really, we'll just have to wait and see, because really, I don't know. It just seems like there's not much. Like all these skills just don't have much after like level 95. Most skills don't have anything after that point.
Mhm.
We have like overloads, and that's it after level 95.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if they
So
decide to put something after 96 Herblore, that'd be kind of like it seems kind of overpowered, but that depends on what the use is, though.
maybe some more skilling things, you know, like
Yeah.
EXP boosting potions. Because once you have like 99 Herblore, you should be able to get some pretty good EXP. Because they already have some skilling potions, like the Juju potions, but I don't know exactly what those do. I know that there's one that boosts Hunter XP and stuff like that, but mining XP and stuff like that, but I don't know. We'll just have to, or not mining XP, but the ores you get, which kind of indirectly boosts the mining XP you get.
Yeah.
So, hopefully all this shit's coming out soon, and we don't have to wait
I
very long.
think that Slayer Tower is due next week.
Oh, yeah, that I don't know. Is it?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
pretty certain.
they said that they weren't gonna be releasing any updates this week, so tomorrow's
Didn't they?
Monday, so it might come out tomorrow. It might come out on Wednesday. That's usually the 2 days that they update stuff. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully we can get some runes and stuff by then. Well, I'm not gonna have the money for it, but hopefully you guys can get it.
My Slayer level is terrible.
Yeah. My Slayer level was 78.
Mine's too.
Yeah, 78.
Yeah, we all
We're
have
all
the same
78.
Slayer level. Woohoo!
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to kill something in there.
I'm sure that
Yeah.
they're not gonna put it too hard for people, but like I really don't like when they update and add way too many items in the game at once because it's really confusing
Mm.
for me. I don't know what the hell does what. Too many people are buying and selling items for like. I remember when the freaking Morshella mushrooms or whatever came out, or the new herb and the new
Yeah.
secondary. When they released that, it was like I sold like one seed for 100K, and you get them so
Wow.
much from Slayer. Like I have 10 mil worth of them in my bank if I would have sold them all at that price, but it seems like people manipulate the prices too much and make it to where they make money, and everybody wants the thing before anybody else has it for some reason.
Yeah. It's like sometimes, like the Dragon Claws, they release them for a really low price, and then they rose dramatically. The other items, can't really think of an example right now, but they released at a really high price, but then everyone realised they were useless. Like the new masks, like the fox masks and
Oh yeah, I
those
remember
treasure trail
that.
items.
Most treasure trail items are useless though.
Yeah, but no, but some of them have retained their value, whereas those ones were extortionate prices at first, and then now they're junk.
I don't really see how Jagex thought that a whole bunch of masks would be very popular. I don't even know. All I know
I never gotten
is
one.
I really hope that they release new clue scroll items this year too. I don't know if they will though.
No, I can't see them doing that. They did that last year.
Oh yeah, I don't know. They seem to update it like like I don't even know, like every 2 years or so. They
Hmm.
they update it and put out new types of clue scroll items. Cause and why are we talking about clue scrolls now? What the hell?
I have no
Like
idea.
went off on clue scrolls. I don't even know how it happened. We're getting pretty close to where we should probably stop though, cause it's an hour long.
All right.
Yeah.
um, that's pretty good though. We talked about a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, we got most of it down.
The only thing else really that we didn't cover was bounty hunter, but you
I
know,
don't think any of us really PK.
yeah, I don't really
Just
Yeah.
PK.
just hopefully, it doesn't. There's a new item coming out with that, and hopefully that's not ridiculously overpowered. That's all I've got to say on that.
Apparently, you can only use it in bounty hunter though.
Yeah, I heard it was only
That's
Bounty
good then.
Hunter.
That's good.
So,
No new skills for the next 12 months,
yay!
and there's a variety of new quests coming out,
Good. More
and that's it
crap I
then.
have to do for Quest Cave.
Yep. More requirements too, maybe.
uh, uh, yeah, I get my Quest Cape, and then the day after they release a quest that requires 91 rune crafting.
Oh wow, that would suck.
I would be like, okay, goodbye RuneScape. Good times, but I'm gonna break up with you now.
Just can't do that in anyone recrafting. Just can't.
That is pretty ridiculous, though. Okay, well, I think we're good here. So, anybody else have anything to add about anything on the list that we have?
No.
Not really, no.
Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys, or thanks for listening, because you probably didn't sit here and watch Skype the entire time. But thanks for listening, guys. Have fun scaping.
See ya.
See ya.